My problem with guns is I don't buy either side's arguments completely, right? So
my friend Chip sent me this. He thought it was funny. What do you guys think? This problem with guns. What do you think? I think this is, I forget this guy's name. Is this Ari? I forget this guy's name.
Conservative argument is that guns are written in the Constitution because the founding fathers thought if all the citizens have guns, then the government will have to do what they say, or else the people will rise up and fight the government, right? Which is a legitimately great idea in the 1700s. But
in the 1700s, what a great idea! Have everyone have guns so that you can make sure the government minds their P's and Q's in the 1700s. But today,
thinking that at some point they may need to take on the American military, and they think they have a shot, right? Which is why I'm proposing we test their theory and once a year have a head-to-head showdown.
This is the thing that always bothers me. I know it's just a joke, but with humor, it's like, but you hear this type of argument all the time. Well, you could never stand a chance against the United States government because after all, he's going to make a joke that they'll just send a drone and kill all of you at once. That's the joke. You can't really do anything about it. But it's not true. Afghanistan, they all had guns and they embarrassed a superpower and kicked us out of their country. Did they lose a lot of men, women, and children? Yes. Yes, they did. Did they win? Yes. Yes, they won. Did it take them 20 years? Yes. But they were such pains in the asses that it took 20 years to embarrass a superpower. And then we ran. These colors don't run. Yes, they do. We cut and run from Afghanistan. Vietnam, they had an armed populace. We had bombs from the sky and everything else, but they had armed citizens. Guess what? Took 10 years that time to embarrass a superpower, and then we ran. Now, what about our own government? It's even better. If our own government started going door to door, for example, and I don't know, shooting people in the faces or taking Mexicans and shooting them like that just happened, like ICE just shot a Mexican person. If that started happening and Americans got pissed off about it enough, would we get killed? Many of us would die if we started organizing against the United States government. But it would be so painful for them for so long, and it'd be so difficult for them to really control us with firepower. Because at the end of the day, they don't just want to kill us, they want to control us. And firepower actually isn't the best way to control someone. Firepower is the best way to kill people. But if you kill them, they just keep coming back. They keep making babies. So you got to either kill all of us, or you got to convince us that your way is the best way, especially if you're our government. It works. Having guns works. It keeps the government thinking about shit a little bit better. They don't want to think about the civil rights movement. Yeah, mostly it was peaceful by the protesters, but they wasn't all peaceful. And they made a big stink. You make a big stink for a while, all of a sudden they're writing laws to capitulate to you. All of a sudden they're writing these laws to protect you. They got the National Guard escorting kids to schools and shit. It works. Protest works. Being armed works. Look what happened to the Black Panthers. They armed themselves. And they got some shit done. Did some of them die? Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of them died. But, How do you feel about that, Chip? Chip is afraid of guns. He's European. How do you guys feel? Are you afraid of guns? It looks like 57% of you thinks that we should check out the tattoos of the, what do you call them, of the candidates. I'm going to ask you a gun question in the poll. Are you afraid of guns? Are you afraid? Are you scared? Because my friend Chip, he's terrified of guns. He won't even go into a store if someone has a gun. If he sees a guy with a gun at the store, he's like, I'm not going into that store. Chip is terrified of guns. He doesn't think guns make sense. What's to make sense, Chip? Guns. You put the business side towards the thing you want to shoot, and it makes perfect sense. They go, you put the business side this way, and you're like, hey, do what I say. And they're like, okay. It's usually how it works. All right. Yeah. Are you scared of bombs? Not really. I'm not really scared of bombs. If bombs, first of all, I'm not really getting bombed. I don't really have a bomb country in this and a bomb problem in this country. We do have a gun problem in this country, but it's not a gun problem really. It's a shooting problem, and the shooting problem is caused by our lack of health care and our wealth disparity. If you stop having so many billionaires and redistribute that wealth, no one wants to kill anybody. Yeah. Thank you. You're afraid of guns because it's not a part of your culture. I mean, I don't think you need to be worried about it. This is irrational being has an object that takes less than 1 calorie to use, point at any other sentient being. They destroy their whole life experience. Not really. I mean, people survive gunshot wounds all the time. You don't destroy their whole life. Most people, when they point a gun, they don't shoot at somebody else. Most people, they carry them around and they say, I ain't a killer, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the greatest joy next to getting pussy.